The Skye Trail is an unofficial 80-mile route across one of Scotland's wildest islands, and it begins here, at Rubha Hunish, the far northern edge of Skye, wild, exposed and brutally beautiful. At first it gave me everything I could have hoped for: blue skies, warm sun, huge views across the coastline. But Skye doesn't let you off that easily. Over the first 2 days the weather turned, the ground got rougher, and ahead of me was one of the most demanding sections of the entire route, the Trotternish Ridge. No way markers, no easy miles, just exposed ridgelines, steep climbs, heavy packs, and sideways wind and rain. This is day 1 and 2 of the Skye Trail.
Well, that's it. That's the start. Just left the red phone box there, and we're doing this trail with Moffat Mountain Adventures Rob. You've seen him on the channel before. It's always strange to start to a long trail. You thought about it, it's all been theoretical, but it's actually here now. Got everything packed. I've got 3 days worth of food with a plan to refuel at Portree. I've got all my camera gear, and I've also got all my clothing from Sprayway here. But today's the start of it, the absolute start. Bonus is I managed to get here a little bit early with Rob, so this first evening, shall we say, is a little bit of a free hit. What an absolutely ridiculous place to start. We're less than a mile in. Look at the colour. You can see something's going on down there, I'm not quite sure what. But Rubha Hunish, and then on to the backdrop here. Look at the layers. Wow. Not bad, eh, Rob?
Oh wow, what a start.
A couple of miles in, and Skye was already starting to show me just how special the trail could be. The cliffs, the coastline, the sea stretching out below, and behind me the northern edge of the island slowly disappearing at the distance. At this point, I wasn't thinking about how hard the trail might get. I was just taking it all in.
Right, so we've made it to the lookout here with an awesome backdrop. There's a mint in there, absolutely unreal. But I do want to give a big shout out to today's video sponsor, and that's Sprayway. So you'll see me kitted out in the gear. You've seen me in all my videos kitted out in the gear, and they've sponsored this epic Skye Trail. So big thank you to those guys. Links to all the kit will be down in the description. Some little bunks there. Rob's just sorting out his kit. Nice little area.
It's not hard to understand why this becomes people's favourite place. Standing there, looking out across the sea, everything just felt still.
Well, that's us leaving the lookout, and look at these views back here. Unbelievable. Right, the plan is to hug the coast a little bit. We don't have too much of an idea where we're going to pitch up tonight, do we? No. We're just going to see where it unfolds, see what happens. But I suppose we do have a place in mind, which is just past Floddigary. There is a lock. Is it just before the Kerrang? Yeah, just before there, so that could be an option. We'll just see how far we'll get. We might get somewhere really nice and just decide to chuck the tents up, Yeah, well that's us. You can see a bit of a sheer drop down there. Crikey. But it's crystal clear. And that's just where we've come from, just there. We're just going to follow this all the way around. This is amazing already. Absolutely amazing.
That was just good. Day 1 on. Only had 2 down the concrete area.
First casualty. Barbed wire. Rob's doing his best Star Wars impression right now.
Force is strong.
It is like. Just came down the dodgy little U-turn path where you go in and out there, but Rob made a good point looking back to where we've come from, and it's quite a distance so far, it really is. This has been really calm, really calm, nice and easy, not too difficult, but a little bit uphill coming.
Out here you quickly realise you're only a visitor. Birds riding the coastal winds and seals drifting through the water as if they owned the place. And to be fair, they probably do.
Well, that's us about 9.2k in. That's our next target over that way. We've just passed it, I don't know what you want to call it, a cow den, sheep den, and I'm pretty sure Liam Brown stayed in there on a very windy night on his way up here. But it's been lush so far. Very nice. So let's crack on. It's absolutely phenomenal. We're about 10k and I can feel the weight of my pack. It's not dramatic or anything, but I know it's there. We're gonna have to make a decision point soon. Give ourselves what, another hour and a half maybe walking? Another good hour. See where we are. We've heard some reports that there's already some people up at Loch Lake. Lake, was it?
Land Lake.
Land Lake, yeah, that. that. So we're gonna maybe pop up there. We know that there's some pitches in between the Kerrang, so we could possibly do that. Rob seems to think that there's a hotel on the way, so you know, I could sneak a cheeky little pint in maybe. Just a celebration of starting the trail. We'll see. Part that we've had so far in terms of descent, and there's some pretty sharp drop offs there. Yeah, not too bad at all.
The geology of Skye is impossible to ignore. Layers of rock stacked across the landscape, each one telling their part of the island's story.
So I'm just nabbing the Suntour Vertical 2 here. I've got the full route loaded up. I'm just using that to guide us a bit, but we're on about 12k now, 4 hours in, so that's pretty decent going. And we're just about to head into Floddy and then we'll take a bit of a sit right there and go from there.
Look at the look she's giving you.
I know, this is crazy. We did have plans for the first lock-in. There was a gentleman there. We've decided we've got about 45 minutes worth of light, so we're just going to push on up towards the Kerrang. We're aware that there is 2 further locks or lock-ins which we're going to have a look at, and there's a little bit of flat ground after that, so I think that's where we're going to be. Hopefully out the wind, because at the bottom there it was fairly windy. It was probably 20-25, so yeah, it doesn't exactly make for a nice night, does it? Them beers have ruined me. Rob's kicking off because anyone else has had a pint. Only us. Bad crack in Scotland, mate. Right, we're going to push up. It's quite a stint up there, but we'll be fine. Well, being the avid wild campers that we are, we've given up a few pictures, if I'm completely honest, but you know, we're in search of perfection. It's not a bad view. We're just going to push on because we're going to get round, and hopefully we'll see the ridge from there, and We know there's some decent flat spots. A lot of this is wet, marshy, a bit muggy, and I just don't want that. That's us come around the outside of the Kerrang, and we're about to push towards the ridge here. So we're hoping to just get a spot round here somewhere. It's a lot of wind here.
The sunshine felt a long way off now. Dark clouds were rolling in, and all I needed was somewhere to pitch my tent for the night.
Ooh-wee.
I don't love about wild camping is you pitches just pop up now and again.
There you go. Rob's just going to pitch there. I'm going to pitch here somewhere. Got a nice little backdrop. And then we've got a flavour of what tomorrow brings. Absolutely. There's Rob just over there. And that's the ridge just at the back, which is difficult to see. For me, it's time to get some food on.
Looking back, day one had been a good one. Over 20 kilometres covered and more than 7 hours on my feet, crossing some of the most spectacular scenery Skye has to offer. But there was one thing I couldn't stop thinking about, the Trotternish Ridge. And today, I'll be walking straight into it.
Good morning, day 2. Unfortunately, that's the ridge there, shrouded in cloud. You win some, you lose some. Hopefully it clears for when we'll see how it goes. But
Well, this is that combination of the moorland mist as well, so
yeah, could burn off a little bit, couldn't it?
yeah, well,
Yeah, Rob's saying it could burn off, which is, he's absolutely right. Let's get a brew on. That's the rain on. So I'm having an expedition breakfast and also a gold bar, 2 coffees. Right, well that's us all packed away now. We're just starting to make our way along these outstanding views. Might be a wet and claggy one today, but that's fine. It is what it is. So we're just going to push on. No idea how far we're gonna get. We're just gonna go for it and see what happens. Feels like that wind's eased, rain's eased off a bit, mate. Now we've got that clag.
yeah, well, 9 o'clock is when the forecast seems to look like it was going to be a bit.
This looks a bit risky. You can see the little footholds there, Rob, on the left hand side.
Ah, yeah.
And right, I'm going to put this down and give him a hand. Sign. Kerrang, round fall from north, whatever that means. Oh, God. That's us up there now. Some views, mind. I've taken the executive decision to stick the big camera away, the drones away, as you can imagine. Unless it pops out, which it's not forecast to do. It's the way it goes. So we're on top of the ridge now, the Trotternish Ridge. And the views are spectacular. They do call it the Misty Isle for a reason.
To the cameras for this spell, but I want to apologise because the footage for this chunk of the day is not going to be what we normally want to have as our footage, but you know, that is what it is. Thankfully this is the only real day we're getting this kind of weather, but we've got a fair bunch.
Just on the hunt for a little bit of water. I'm empty now. This ridge is notorious for not having any, but if we just have a look, I think just that little bit there. Rob seems to think that you can feed the lock or locking down there, so we'll try that. Well, that's the water bottles filled up. Electrolytes in them. I'm just getting them down. I want to keep moving because it is cold, especially when you stop. A couple of big ridges coming up. Round about 600. Was it 642? Aye, put 642. Aye, so we'll get that pull up and then hopefully end up at the store today.
This was the Skye I'd been warned about. The ridge disappeared into a cloud. The wind was relentless, and every step felt harder than the last. What made it even tougher was the constant climbing. Up, down, then straight back up again. Every time I thought we reached the top of a rise, another one emerged from the clag ahead. Head down, poles planted, just focus on the next few metres. Every so often I'd stop to check on Rob behind me. Neither of us was saying much. We were just trying to keep moving forward.
Right, that's Ben Edry, 611-ish, and that's quite a pull up. Getting some liquids in, just trying to stay on top. I'm gonna have a little snack now actually. Seems a little bit calmer on the top here actually, compared to what it's been like on the way up, so take advantage. Yeah. Still a decent drop from up here though. I think this is the second highest for the day. So yeah, we're doing pretty well. We're doing well. Right, well, I royally messed that up. This is the summit of Ben Edry, 611. Let's get this bagged. You know, I don't want a bagger, but when it's here, it's here. Not much of a cairn to perch behind and have something to eat, but we'll see. We might just push on. Crikey, man. Got a hole in my pants as well, look. Woo!
At this point there wasn't much conversation. Just the sound of boots on wet ground and the wind moving through the ridge. The sort of moments where your mind starts to wander, thinking about why you're here, why you chose to do this, and wondering what's waiting beyond the next climb.
I'm feeling it now. Come on, let's push on. Well, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been pissing down, clagged, wind. It's been horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Just got our heads down and got on with it. Haven't seen a thing. We're at the old manor store now, but again, I don't think we're going to get anything. I'll put a picture of what it looks like actually, so at least you can see. Right, let's get down. Alright. No, that's it there. And guess what? I'm still in the fucking clag. That's us down at the store. We're just waiting now. Decided to take a different route. That route involves the 57 bus to Portree, a 13-minute journey. We're going to get warm, get changed, get sorted, I'll get something to eat, have a nice night, and then as a little bit more of a punishment, we're going to hire ourselves up one of the on the mountains on the nicer days. So there's no set trail, man. You can do what you like. Don't care what anyone says.
By the time we reached the store, I should have been looking at one of the most iconic views on Skye. Instead, I could barely see a thing. I'll be honest, I was tired, soaked, and a little bit of a huff. But after the ridge, the wind, the clag, and everything Skye had thrown at us that day, I wasn't losing much sleep over it.
Well, it's turned out alright. Not a bad little spot for us. Rob's just over there. Right, see him.
He's just sorting his feet out, so am I. Been down to Portree, had something to eat, and have a good night tonight, and then we're gonna crack on tomorrow. Got plenty to eat here. Right, let's get stuck in. Covered just shy of 29k today, so pretty happy with that. Pretty happy. That's absolutely took us out of us. That ridge and that kind of weather. It's not fun, like. You know, we come all the way up here and really want to see the sights, and we can't. Literally. Couldn't see anything in front of her, as you've seen. It's a little bit disappointing, but you know, that's the roll of the dice, isn't it? So hopefully the next couple of days look alright. So we'll see what we get from there. Anyway, I'm off to sleep.